What's up YouTube, it's Zach, I'm back. Today we're going to be going over Nintendo's 10 greatest mistakes throughout the course of their history, and let's just kick things right off. First off, number 10, no Netflix on Nintendo Switch. Out of all the streaming services that you would want to have on Nintendo Switch as a portable console hybrid, I cannot think of a better option than Netflix. Unfortunately, it's not there. You got Hulu, you got YouTube, no Netflix. Yeah, too bad. Next up, number 9, having Byleth from Fire Emblem Three Houses in Super Smash Bros., especially after rumors started to pop up about Dante from Devil May Cry being an included character instead. You already have enough Fire Emblem characters, putting Byleth in there was a big mistake in my opinion. Next up was the development and release of Metroid Prime Federation Force, a big dick smack to the face of Metroid fans everywhere. I don't know what they were thinking when it came to that, but that's what they went with, and that's what we got. So, you know, it is what it is. They've learned from their mistakes clearly as they decided to do a Metroid Prime remaster recently, which has been getting nothing but awesome reception. Next up, number 7 is Triforce Heroes, The Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes. Not a bad video game, really. It's just, you know, yeah, not what I would have done with a multiplayer Zelda game, per se. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Next up is Star Fox Zero. Instead of, you know, it's like, okay, so the original Star Fox came out on Super Nintendo. Then came Star Fox 64, basically a reimagining or a remake or whatever, however you want to look at it. It was not really a sequel as much as a reboot of the original Star Fox as far as the story is concerned. And that's, you know, that's based on my limited knowledge of the franchise. But after Star Fox 64, we had a few more entries in the franchise and took quite a hiatus in 2005, right? So, yeah, didn't see Star Fox for a while. What did they do? They decided to remake Star Fox 64 for the 3DS. Okay, fair enough. But then they decide, let's make a Star Fox for the Wii U. What should we do? Why don't we do another remake of Star Fox 64, which we already did on the 3DS, and was already a remake of the Super Nintendo game. You get what I'm saying? It's like they made the first game, remade that game again, and then remade that game again. Out of the games in the franchise, 4 of them are basically the same fucking game, so I don't know what they were thinking there either. Next up, we have not giving Metroid Prime 4 to Retro Studios in the first place. Pretty self-explanatory. Game got cancelled after, well, excuse me, not cancelled as much as restarted for production as far as getting Metroid Prime 4 out the door. We still have not seen any footage of it to this day as of the recording of this video. And, yeah, that shit got announced like 6 years ago almost, so I don't know what's up with that. Number 4 mistake they made was Joy-Con drift. You know, those Joy-Con controllers are pretty expensive, $80 a pair, so the fact that the Joy-Con joysticks can kind of make Link walk off the top of a tall mountain when you're not even touching the controller, that's, yeah, that's something. That's something. Okay. Number 3 is the Virtual Boy. I mean, you know, for anyone who's old enough to remember when that came out, yeah, I'm sure you've heard plenty of people talk about how that was a blunder on Nintendo's, you know, permanent record. Number 2 mistake they made was the Wii U. Now, not as a console in general, but ultimately the naming of it. Let's name it the Wii U, you know? Like, Wii U. Wii U. Like, the Xbox One was a smarter console name than Wii U. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking with that one. Okay, the biggest mistake that Nintendo has ever made, in my opinion, is trusting the CDI Philips company with 3 Legend of Zelda games. 3 Zelda games. You already you already know how dumb an idea that is if you know anything about those games. But yeah, that's 10 of Nintendo's biggest blunders in their history, based on my opinion. If you guys have any that you can think of that I did not mention here, please let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.